Hi guys, just a day to go for the third test to start on Saturday, 5:50 a.m. Indian Standard Time. It will be at Gabba in Brisbane, and the series stands at 1-1. Remember, this was a very well worked out itinerary by Australia. They made it in such a way that it favors them completely. They would have liked to gone to the Boxing Day Test match at MCG 3-0 up, so that's how they made the itinerary. Perth, then the pink ball test match at Adelaide, then at Gabba, and that to Gabba during the early summer, when the wickets are fresh, there's space, bounce, and ball nip around. India has poured water on that plan. We have won a spectacular victory at Perth, but then Australia has come back really strong in Adelaide, so the series at 1-1 and everything to play for. 3 test matches to go. I'm Siddharth, you're watching Gully Cricketer, and guys, before we start, I really appreciate if you guys give a like and subscribe, and I would love to know what you think. Use the comment column to send me your feedback, what you think I can do better, and stuff like that. I would really appreciate it, guys. It takes a lot of effort to make these videos, and some appreciation from you guys would just give me more encouragement to keep at it. Now that is out of the way, let's get started. So now Mohammed Siraj, after the spat with Travis Head, has been dubbed as the enemy number 1, public enemy number 1 in Australia. Every newspaper, every media outlet has run something or another in that, regarding that. Both of them have gotten a demerit point. Mohammed Siraj has, on top of that, 20% of match fees has been deducted since he started the spat. Travis Head went to the media and said, I said well bowled after Mohammed Siraj castled him. Though, there are a lot of cameras around and we could all see what was said, and it was not well bowled. Whatever it had been said, it wasn't well bowled. And Mohammed Siraj correctly pointed that out in media himself. But one can expect Mohammed Siraj to cop a lot from the Aussie crowd. Whether it's Gabba or in MCG or SCG, I pretty much expect Mohammed Siraj to be booed whenever he's coming to bowl or bat or his fielding. But I think that is just going to spur him on. Mohammed Siraj bowled beautifully in Adelaide. He really looked brilliant. On another day, half the effort he would have gotten a fifer. But, that's how cricket goes. But he bowled brilliantly. Those 4 wickets were crucial, and that ball to Travis Head. What a ball that was. The things are really heating up nicely. According to the curator, again, it should be a typical Gabba wicket, fast, bouncy, a lot of carry, a lot of pace, and the ball will nip around. It is again early summer, which is something that Australia really took care of this time, that they're playing in Gabba early summer, because remember we beat them, and that time the match was held mid-January. This time it's mid-December, and after we beat them last year, even West Indies beat them in Gabba, and again that test match was in mid-January. So this time on, they are not going to make that mistake. They are not scheduling anything for any visiting team, in Gabba post-December, I think, from now on. We can expect a typical Gabba wicket, fast, bouncy, and the ball will nip around. The teams are, if you take a look at the teams, let's start with India first. For India, the main important problem that has been all throughout this year, in fact, has been the first innings while we bat. We have just not put up enough runs on the board to give our bowlers cushion. Our bowlers in this series have done brilliantly, led by Jasprit Bumrah, and Siraj has now come on his own. So the bowling is fine, but the batters have to put on runs. They have to put up runs in first innings, and that's very important, I feel. Rohit Sharma is under a lot of pressure. This has not been a great year for him in Test cricket. But I still think Rohit Sharma should open. I have said this before and I'll say it again. Rohit Sharma is the opener, and he has had great success opening in Test cricket in the last few years. He's the captain. I think he should open. If he comes as an opener, he can really set the tone. He would not have the baggage of, sometimes, like in last test match, he's coming to bat when India is already 4-5 wickets down with very few runs on the board. that adds even further pressure on him. I would rather Rohit Sharma comes at the top and plays freely. By that I don't mean he plays rashly, but Rohit Sharma is a naturally aggressive player. If he stays for a little while, he will really have a great impact on the match. He's the sort of batter who can take the game away from the opposition. I would like to see Rohit opening. I'll make no bones about it. But by all reports, given how the nets are going, in nets, remember generally, the batters come to the nets as they would in the match. The openers come first, and so on and so forth. And in the nets so far, it's been Yashasvi and Rahul who has been batting first. So by that account, it looks like Rahul is going to open with Yashasvi, but I really, really hope Rohit opens with Yashasvi. I think India is missing a trick there. Rahul should go back to batting at number 6. He's a solid player, and sometimes when you lose quick wickets, someone in the middle order who is steady, can just, hold things together. So I would rather see Rahul go back at 6 and Rohit open the batting with Yashasvi Jaiswal. But the one person that I'm really looking forward to watching, and I hope this time he really comes good, is Shubman Gill. Shubman Gill looked brilliant in Adelaide. In both the innings, till he got out. He was brilliant. He looked like the real deal. The elegance, the amount of time he had to play his shots. Shubman has to make these starts count. It's high time. He has been around for a while. Now this is time that he comes good. And I don't mean get a good looking 40, 50 or 70, 80. Get a 150, get a 250, get a 300. He has the talent, all the talent in the world to make that happen. And now it's time for him to realize that potential. So I really hope Shubman comes good. Virat didn't have a great time at Adelaide. Second inning especially, I thought the ball was a brilliant ball. But Virat Kohli, Australia, and he is one of the all-time greats. Never write off a great. And I'm pretty sure Virat Kohli is working really hard. And I'm sure that he's going to come good. So Virat at 4, 5, Rishabh Pant. Rishabh Pant would have great memories of Gabba. Both Shubman Gill and Rishabh Pant would have great memories of Gabba. Last time round, Shubman Gill made a brilliant 91. He was unlucky to get out on 91, and he deserved 100 the way he played last time. And I hope he gets it this time round. Evens out the deal. And so should Rishabh Pant, because Rishabh Pant was not out 86, 87 last time round. He played the most amazing knock that one would ever see. Rishabh Pant, Shubman Gill, Yashasvi Jaiswal. I expect a lot from these three guys, especially Shubman Gill and Rishabh Pant. They have been in international cricket for a while now. It's time for them to take over the mantle from the likes of Virat and Rohit, who are not, getting younger. So these three guys, Yashasvi, Shubman, and Rishabh Pant. I believe they're going to, all three of them are going to come good. Sometimes, during the series, in tandem, all three will come good. And then you look at the scorecard and say, wow. And I hope that happens in this test match. Then comes the real 6, again, Rahul or Rohit. As I have already said, I would like Rohit to bat at the opening slot and Rahul to bat at 6. 7 is where the real dilemma is. In Perth, we played Washington Sundar. In Adelaide, Ravichandran Ashwin. I thought Ashwin bowled pretty well in Adelaide. He bowled really, really well. And he got a wicket. He created a brilliant chance of Travis Heads when he was on 80. That missed opportunity. Difficult catch, but you at this level, in this kind of a test series, you need to hold on to those chances. But Ashwin bowled well, but spin will go only so far in these conditions, especially if the matches are not going deep. If the matches are going deep, the third innings or the fourth innings, third, fourth, fifth day, when the wicket, there is some break, some wear and tear in the wicket, they may play a bigger role and they can certainly give you some important breakthroughs in the middle, but spin will only go that far in these conditions. So all three of our spinners are, spinning all-rounders. But of all three of them, of the three, I would pick Ravindra Jadeja, simply because, he is the best one with the bat. His record in the last 4 or 5 years with the bat has been incredible. He averages in the mid 40s. Ravindra Jadeja for me, simply because I think he's the more dependable, solid batter. Ashwin is brilliant to watch when he gets going. He scores quickly and he's very elegant. But Ravindra Jadeja is someone who can play both the roles. He can defend, and he can also attack. He's in that sense a very conventional test cricketer, test batter, and he is very consistent. He's way more consistent than the other two. So I will pick Ravindra Jadeja. Plus he brings in the fielding. One of the best fielders in the world of all time. So I'll go for Ravindra Jadeja, frankly. So we'll see what happens, but I think it's Ravindra Jadeja. 8 of the find of the tour for India for me, Nitish Kumar Reddy. He's been brilliant. Nitish Kumar Reddy with the bat has been outstanding. I mean, I have been very impressed with him. So Nitish Kumar Reddy, hopefully he'll gain more and more confidence with his bowling as he keeps playing. And again, if there is space and bounce and it nips around, it should help him. So Nitish Kumar Reddy at 8. 9 is again the question mark there, whether it's Harshit Rana or Akashdeep. Akashdeep is bowling pretty well in the nets, as per all reports. And to be fair to Akashdeep, whenever he has played for India, he has been brilliant. He has given us very crucial breakthroughs at crucial times. But even before the last test match, I said this and I'm saying it again. The kind of bowler Harshit Rana is, especially he goes on with the short stuff a lot. My only problem with his bowling, he didn't have a good match in Adelaide. He was in fact very disappointing in Adelaide. But I thought in Adelaide his short stuff was quite half-hearted. Maybe because it had to do with the shortest square boundaries in Australia. Even when he was bowling them, he was not putting his entire heart and shoulder and everything into it. I want him to, when you're bowling short, bowl it. Go for their throat, go for their head, go for it. Bowl that way, don't do it half-heartedly. And I hope he has learned that from Adelaide. And if I had to pick someone like Harshit in this tour, then the two venues that instantly crop into my mind is Perth and Gabba, is Optus Stadium and Gabba in Brisbane, because conventionally the two most fastest and bounciest wickets in Australia, and large square boundaries. That will give him that cushion that he mentally probably needs and wants. So I think it should be Harshit Rana, though it might be Akashdeep. Either ways, I think India would be fine there. If it is Harshit, I hope he has learned his lesson from Adelaide and also has put it behind him. Don't carry that baggage into it. Just start fresh and go for it. 10-11 picks themselves, like the best bowler in the world in Jasprit Bumrah, who has been astonishing. He's just been brilliant. I hope injury-wise he's fine. He did pull up in the second innings. In the first innings, later half. So I hope Bumrah is fine injury-wise, and we have to really look after Bumrah, because India needs Bumrah to play all the 5 test matches. This bowling attack would look very different if there is no Jasprit Bumrah in it. I can't wait for Mohammed Shami to get back, and I hope that happens by the time we come to the Boxing Day test. But yeah, Jasprit Bumrah, number 10, the best bowler in the world, period. And at number 11, the amazing Mohammed Siraj, public enemy number 1 for Australia right now. But Mohammed Siraj bowled his heart out at Adelaide. He was brilliant. I thought, with half that effort, he would another day get fifer. He was a bit unlucky, I felt, at Adelaide, but he was brilliant. And I think this whole, spat with Travis Head and all the shenanigans that have happened around it, it will just spur him on further. And I think I see him getting better from Adelaide also, and that would augur really well for India. And so Indian team, that's how Indian team is going to look. Australia, they won't have much changes. It would be pretty much the same team. The only change would be Josh Hazlewood, who is now fit, though Josh himself has said they'll see another couple of days and say. I think even if he's 90-95%, they're going to play him. Scott Boland was brilliant, and in Adelaide he took some very crucial wickets at crucial time. But I mean, if Hazelwood is fit and ready to go, then he is a cut above Scott Boland, in my opinion. So I think if he's fit, then he walks in. So that would be the only change. I don't see Australia changing anything apart from that. The series is poised beautifully at 1-1, and Melbourne and Sydney would suit us a lot better. They are worried about going to Melbourne and Sydney if we take the lead. Australia is really worried about that, and if we win this Test match, we go 2-1 up. Then I think it would be very difficult for Australia to come back in this series. I would think then India would win it. I believe then India will win it, in fact. So this Test match is going to be really, really, really brilliant. I mean, whoever wins it will have their the tail up a bit. The Australia has momentum with them, but that's spin ball momentum. We are back at red ball cricket again, and I believe India would have taken their lessons from the second Test match, and they're going to come back stronger. In these India-Australia encounters, there's always been punch and counter punches. So Australia's punch, now it's our time to counter punch. I can't wait for the Test match to start. I'll be here with you guys after the day's play with my 2 pence. Until then, guys, take care of yourselves. Please like and subscribe. I'll really appreciate that. Until then, I'll see you.